natural numbers added with one more this integer, that is one more integer, that is 0. Not integer, actually that's a number 0. Now then, because I'm going to integer then later. Now next, natural numbers, whole numbers, and next is integer. You all know that integers we already learned from 6th standard. It is that all the positive numbers, negative numbers, and 0. Okay, 0 is not positive, not negative. So we can say that integers are the combination of whole numbers and negative natural numbers. Is it? So negative numbers, 0, and positive numbers will make integers. Then we are coming to rational numbers. You have learned this last year. Rational number is nothing else. We know that whole numbers means all whole numbers, then 0, and integers means again the whole numbers are coming with positive or negative sign and with 0. Then again come to the rational numbers, that will include the fractions. Fractions means, fraction you have already learned, but here the fractions or decimal form of the fractions, not only the positive one, the negative one also will be considered here. So this fraction, now let us see the example here. 1 upon 4, 2 upon 7 are fractions, and minus 3 upon 10, 34 upon 7, 0, minus 4, 9, everything will include in rational numbers. And you have learned last year the this definition for that, the numbers which can be expressed in the form of p upon q, otherwise a fraction form. Every number can means whichever you have learned till now, that is applicable here, because we can represent all that numbers in p by q form. Suppose even these whole numbers and integers, suppose minus 4 is same as minus 4 upon 1, so that also a p by q form. And 9 means 9 upon 1 is a p by q form. So all these are included in rational numbers. Then you may think about the irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are the numbers which cannot be expressed in p by q form. Last year I have explained that in this way: root 2, root 3, root 15, otherwise square root of the numbers which are non-perfect squares. The square root of the perfect squares are whole numbers. You will get that whole numbers, and integers that you will get that here. Suppose root 2. Root 2 is, we don't know what is the exact value of root 2, but you know that by division method we can calculate that. Is it? But the division method you have learned last year, how to calculate the square root of root 2 by division method. Is it? Are you remembering that? By long division method we have done the square root of 2, 3, yeah, any non-perfect squares. Even for perfect squares we can apply the long division method. Now root 2, root 3, root 15, yeah, root 8, root 10, root 12, all these are coming in irrational numbers. We cannot represent that in p by q form. Now you might have doubt how it is happening without representing. While going through the chapter, it will be clear for you why it is not possible to represent in p by q form. Then pi. Pi is also not a rational number, it's an irrational number. Now most of them may think, but the pi value is 22 upon 7. But that 22 upon 7 is only an approximate value. That is not the exact value of pi. The real value of pi is 3.14 something. That is this decimal expression which will not terminate, otherwise which will not repeat. That also I will explain how it is represented in this way, will not terminate, otherwise will not repeat. Now let us check one more, this 0 point. This is given as decimal form. Okay, this is decimal form, but it is not repeated. It is coming in any order. First 1 0 1 0 came, then 1 coming, and this in this way. So this also an irrational number. After the explanation of the part, it will be clear for you why all these decimal expression. Then while coming the real numbers, the set of numbers whichever till now we have learned: natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, and irrational numbers. All these set are combined and will form a set that is known as real numbers. Okay, so till now the topmost set is, otherwise the big set which include all the other set, it is real numbers. Real numbers is represented by the letter R. In this there will be integers, whole numbers, then natural numbers, then the rational numbers, and irrational numbers also. Okay, now once again, now we have learned all this, but still we are going to represent with letters. there are infinite rational numbers between two rational numbers, then they are, you know that, because 1 and 2 are two rational numbers, and in between 1 and 2, 1 by 2 is in between 1 and 2, 1 by 3 is in between 1 and 2, 1 upon 100 is in between 1 and 2, and 1 upon 1000, 1 upon whatever be the number you are putting, that all are in between 1 and 2. It's clear? Then that means there are infinite number of rational numbers in between two rational numbers. Then the rational numbers, while we are going to the decimal expansion, otherwise decimal expression of the P by Q form. 1 minute. I think. Chitra ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Recording? I forgot, I think.
You forgot?
Recording is not happening now. I cannot see anything. These numbers. Every integer, natural and whole numbers is a rational number, and it can be represented in P by Q form. Q should not be equal to 0. Then there are infinite rational numbers between two rational numbers. Then the next thing is the decimal expression of rational numbers. They will be it in this way. You know that any P by Q form can be represented as a decimal form. Okay, here you all know that 1 upon 2 is equal to 0.5. And if you are going to divide 1 upon 9, otherwise to represent 1 upon 9 in decimal form, it should be in this way, 0.111. It will not stop. I'll show you that division, proper division, how we are doing we have learned the division of dividing one number with other by a long division method. You have already learned from 4th year, 5th standard. Okay. While doing that, we know that we will put a 0 if it is terminating and again coming remainder. We'll put decimal, then put a 0. With that 0, we will continue our division, and the answers will be coming as the decimal numbers. I'll show you that in next screen how to do that. So here 1 upon 9, if you are going to represent, it will be in this way, 0.111. It will not stop. So it is known as non-terminating. Okay, it is not stopping here, otherwise terminating here. It is known as non-terminating. And this is terminating here. Suppose 1 upon 2. You will 2 is not divisible in 1, but we will put 1 point and put 10. In 10, 2 is divisible 5 times. 5 2s are 10, then the remainder will be 0. That means after getting the remainder 0, that decimal is terminating here. It will not continue. But in this case, it will not terminate, and the same number is repeating. What is mean by that? You are getting the same remainder. Okay, here I'm not explaining this much because with the division method I'll explain that. 2 upon 11, the 0.181818. You know that 18 is repeating infinite number of times. It will not non-terminating and recurring. That means repeating the same. So non-terminating, recurring. That is known as here, and these are also rational numbers because represented as P by Q form. And for 1 upon 7, it is in this way, 0. Look here, 1 4 2 8 5 7. After this 6 steps, after this 6 digits decimal places, it is started to repeat again. The same, it is coming 1 4 2 8 5 7. So it will not go more than 7. Suppose you are dividing 7, then the repeating block of digits, it will not go more than 7. It should be less than 7. Let us go for next. So these are the representation of rational numbers in P by Q form, and all the our integers and whole numbers are whatever without denominator, but we know that we can write it as with denominator. So they all are rational numbers in P by Q form, and Q not equal to 0. Now find 6 rational numbers. This is an example question for application of rational numbers and their properties. So find 6 rational numbers between 6 upon 11 and 7 upon 11. You all are remembering you have done this last year. Is it? So you have done this last year. Last year we have done it in this way. Suppose both 6 upon 11 and 7 upon 11. There are no more rational numbers. Direct we are not getting now in this between. Suppose it is 6 upon 11 and 8 upon 11. Easily you will get one rational number between them, that is 7 upon 11. but here 6 upon 11 and 7 upon 11 given. So direct we are not getting any number between them. For that, last year you have learned it in this way, numerator and denominator, if you are multiplying by 10, you will get 60 upon 110 and 70 upon 110, and in between 61 exact 6 rational numbers with equal distance between them. Okay, they are of particular equal intervals. Okay, that is the speciality here. If you're going for 60 upon 110 and 70 upon 110, any 5 we will take. Okay, it's not necessary to be with equal intervals, but here they are coming with equal intervals, that are 43 upon 77, 44, 45. In this way all the denominators same. Then while writing for the exam, direct you cannot write this, you have to write with one more step, because it's very important. They are asking for 6 upon 11 and 7 upon 11 in between some. So you will repeat the step in this way. 6 rational numbers between 6 upon 11 and 7 upon 11 are all these. It's clear for all of you? Is it? Yeah. Let us go for, yes, very good. Now we'll go for the next one. Again, one more question I have given here. I'm not explaining much to make it clear here. Minus 2 upon 3, that also a rational number, which is a negative sign. But always it's not necessary to multiply numerator and denominator. What was the difference between both the questions? Look, in the first question, the denominators was same, but here the denominators are not equal. So before going, whenever such a question, find rational numbers between the rational numbers, you will go for here. First, you have to make the denominators same. You check that the denominators are equal or not. Otherwise, you make it same. Then only we will go for the other steps. Here, make the denominators same. You all clear that how to make the denominators. Since the denominators now 3 and 4, we have to consider LCM of 3 and 4. And we will make both the fractions. Otherwise, we will write the equivalent fractions of the given fractions with denominator as LCM. Okay, so we need the equivalent fraction of minus 2 upon 3 with the denominator 12. So multiply by 4 into 4 or divided by 4, and it is minus 8 upon 12. The same way here, how will become 4 become 12? Multiply by 3. So with 1 upon 4 will multiply numerator and denominator by 3, and you're getting 3 upon 12. So we are getting two equivalent fractions of the given fraction. Suppose minus 2 upon 3 equal to minus 8 upon 12, and 1 upon 4 equal to 3 upon 12. Now we will check, is it possible to find number of rational, whichever necessary number of rational numbers in between them, whatever the equivalent fractions done now. If it is possible, we will not go for other method, then we will follow that. Let us check now. Here minus 8 upon 12 and 3 upon 12. In between minus 8 and 3, is it possible to get 5 numbers between them? Yeah, it's very easy. No, you can see here minus 8 less than minus 7 less than minus 6. In this way you're getting till here 3. Enough numbers are there. So from there we will take any 5 rational numbers. Okay, so minus 7 upon 12, minus 6 upon 12, and it is very clear all these rational numbers are between minus 8 upon 12 and 3 upon 12, because all these numerators are between these two numerators and all the denominators are equal. Okay, now again the same way, while writing the answer you have to write it in this way, because the question is in this way, minus 2 upon 3 and 1 upon 4. Okay, it's clear. So such questions are there in worksheet. Please solve that. Okay, now we are coming to irrational numbers. Till here we have learned the numbers which we have already learned last year, and some special properties were there, but these are specially coming to our new topic. These are irrational numbers. Okay, irrational numbers. I'll just introduce irrational numbers, then we'll unmute you people, then you can ask the doubts. Okay, so a number is called an irrational number if it cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q. It's already explained. It cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q. So whatever the normal numbers other than this, all are irrational numbers. Actually till now we have worked with only rational numbers. Here only these numbers, the square root of non-perfect squares, are considered as irrational numbers. Okay, so here Then the combination, otherwise product, division, by calculating the calculations with otherwise operating the irrational numbers as answer, also we will get the irrational numbers. Let us see that later. Here, these all answers are given here. These answers are getting by division method. This is not our normal division, that is the division method applied for calculating the square root of numbers. Okay, last year we have learned two methods to find the square root of numbers. First was prime factorization method and the other was division method. Okay, that division method, if you are applying division method to calculate the value of root 2, you will get the values in this way. It will not be terminating and it will not repeat with any set of numbers. Okay, it will not be terminating and it will not repeat with any set of numbers. Here root 3 also in this way will not be repeating and non-terminating, and root 5. So many other, and why it is not given root 4 here? Because root 1 is not given, because root 1 is equal to 1. That's a rational number. Okay, so don't think so all square roots are irrational. No, root 1 is rational, root 4 is rational, the same way root 9 also rational. That means, so while defining we can say that the square root of non-perfect squares are irrational numbers. Now here, all these three numbers have non-terminating and non-repeating decimal expressions. So why they are considered as irrational numbers. Then the properties of irrational numbers. Last year you have learned closure property, this commutative property, associative property, and distributive property of rational numbers. Here, the same way, sum, difference, multiplication, and division of irrational numbers are not always irrational. That is known as the closure property. You all know that what is meant by closure property. Otherwise, listen again. If you are doing all these basic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, with a type of numbers, and the answer also coming in the same type, that is known as closure property. So what is given here? The sum, multiplication, division, irrational numbers are not always irrational. That means irrational numbers are not closed for all these properties. Okay, while you are adding to irrational number, it's not necessary to be an irrational number, will be an other number also. We will go for that explanation later. Now I'm going to unmute you all. So we will stop this explanation now. Whatever be the doubts, please ask here. Ma'am, unmute already, no? Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Is there any doubt? May I start from the first?
No,
Clear?
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Is there any
ma'am.
doubt?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Where you have doubt? May I start from the first slide? Yeah. This from here we have started. Is there any doubt in this? May I go for the next?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, of
Ma'am, I
course.
have a doubt. Can't we represent irrational number as q upon bar?
2 upon?
Q which has a bar upon it.
That is not explained there. I will explain that in next step. That is used to represent, no, irrational number cannot be represented in that way.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, ask me.
Like there was a question I had searched that was like we need to find 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. So ma'am, that was getting difficult.
1 and 2. So you can represent 1 as 1 upon 1 and 2
Yes,
as 2 upon 1. Then use this method. You need 5 rational numbers between them. You ask about rational numbers or irrational numbers?
Rational numbers.
Rational numbers. So you will get it in this way, 1 upon 1 and 2 upon 1. Then you will multiply both the numbers by 6. So you will get 6 upon 6 and what was that? 12 upon 6. Then in between 6 upon 6 and 12 upon 6, you will get 7 upon 6, 8 upon 6, 9 upon 6. In this way, all these are rational numbers in between 1 and 2. Is it clear, Diva?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm having one doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, how can we insert 100 rational numbers between minus 3 upon 13 and 9 upon 13. Ma'am, I'm not able to understand.
Minus 3 upon 13 and
9 upon 13.
9 upon 13. How we have applied here in this question, whichever you can see on the screen. Here
Yes,
6
ma'am.
upon 11 and I have multiplied that by 6 rational numbers you need, so multiply by 7. So what you will, if you exact 100 rational numbers you need, you will multiply numerator and denominator by 101. Clear?
101. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, very good. Then,
I didn't understand irrational numbers.
yes,
I didn't understand
irrational numbers are the number. Yes, irrational numbers are the numbers which cannot be represented in P by Q form. Actually, you will feel is something abstract because how it is possible one number is not represented. Yes, it is root 2. Now tell me, can you represent root 2 in P by in a fraction form?
Root 2 upon 1.
Root 2 upon 1 is a fraction, but exact the value of root 2. Root 2 upon 1 is a number, but exact the value of root 2. Okay, that root 2, while you are remembering the division method to find this square root of a number?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. So do that today itself. How many
Yes.
times, otherwise how many steps you can do that, and you will get the numbers in this way. There will not be any repeating blocks. The numbers will repeat. 0 to 9 digits will repeat in any order without any particular order. So they are considering as irrational numbers. Okay. Yes. Anything else? Actually, only a small topic completed now. Next class, I'll make it clear.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes, it's audible. Ask now.
Ma'am, I have a doubt for the term terminating and non-terminating.
Yes, I'll show you now. Here, listen. Is it terminating here? Can you see on the
no.
screen? No, it's
No.
not terminating. Okay. So, and suppose you are writing 1 upon 2. What is the answer for that? 0.5. Is it continuing? Repeating?
No.
No. So that is terminating. Yes, that is terminating. Suppose 0.5. So 1 upon 2 have a terminating decimal expansion, but these have non-terminating decimal expansion. I'll show you again in that examples. Yes, let us see. 1 upon 2, 0.5. It will not continue. That means it's terminating. What about here? 1 upon 9. It is repeating. Okay. It will not continue here, and it is not terminating here. It is repeating. So this is known as non-terminating. It's clear. It's not stopped here. It's not stopped here. It's not coming as 0. So this is known as non-terminating. It's clear. Yes. Any other doubts?
I'm having another doubt. Ma'am, why do we represent real numbers? Real numbers as R. Means why do we denote it as R? Letter R.
Just to represent it as a short form to represent real numbers. That's all. The first letter of real numbers. That's all. Natural numbers we are representing N. Whole numbers W. The same way. Real. And one more explanation is here. But in 9th standard I cannot say that because there are unreal or imaginary numbers are there in number system. We will learn that later. Okay. So these are real. That means we can understand and we can represent that on a number line. So why it is real? Some imaginary numbers are also there that you cannot understand. That will come in next year higher classes. Okay. So these are real numbers that we can physically represent that on a number line. So why it is known as real number. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Yes.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
I have a doubt, ma'am.
Ma'am, do we have to simplify the numbers between the rational numbers?
No, just to represent according to the question. Suppose it is asked just represent means find out 5 rational numbers between them. You have to just find out that it's not necessary to simplify. Suppose it is asked 5 rational numbers in simplest form. Then you will calculate as we have done here. Then you will simplify or that each rational number. That's all. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
1 minute.
Ma'am,
Ask
how
now.
to Ma'am, how to find out 5 irrational numbers between root 2 and root 3?
That I will explain next class, but since you have asked, so I'll tell you. Listen, root 2, the value is 1.4 something, and root 3 is the value 1.7 something. So what about 1.5? Is it in between them?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, yes. But that is a rational number. Since it is 1.5, it's terminating. Suppose with 1.5, after that you are writing infinite number of numbers without repetition. Okay, in any order, then that will be an irrational number.
Ma'am, we
Is
can
it?
take any numbers, right?
Yes. So 1.5 and any numbers, 1.6, any numbers, that all will come in between 1.4 and 1.7. So that will be
Yes, ma'am.
considered as the irrational numbers between them. It's clear?
Thank you, ma'am.
I think that time, 1 minute now. You
Ma'am, I
now,
wanted to say something.
yes, say.
Ma'am, I have
Ma'am, the
Yeah.
PPTs you're showing us, like the chemistry PPT, the math PPT, ma'am, can we get those? Can we get those too?
Let me ask to the authorities. Okay, I'll ask to ma'am. and
Ma'am,
we'll
yes, the
arrange.
PDF which was sent was not opening, ma'am, actually.
Okay, you send a mail to a school. Otherwise, I'll inform that to supervisors and
Ma'am?
we'll take the
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
action. Okay. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Yes. Yes, ask me.
ma'am, so
Yes.
ma'am, infinity will it
Hmm.
be considered as a unreal number?